EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. Austin Cook is your leader. He's at 3 under par here as the players are just getting going. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. Let's get into the action as we pick things up at the par 3 7th. And that's going to be too strong. It is into one of the 2 back bunkers around this 7th green.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to move him back down to even par. You know, Frank, you walk around the grounds and this golf course, and you just can't help but think about the great Arnold Palmer and all that he did for the sport of golf. I know you got a chance to know Mr. Palmer, as I did during your time playing the tour. What are your memories of Arnold?
Well, Rich, if you indulge me, I'd go back to when he played in New Zealand. I remember as just a young teenager watching him play at my local club. He was playing alongside Bob Charles. I was amazed then how he could still play. He was probably in his 50s in those days. And how he could still drive the ball well. And then I first got to play with him in the 1995 Masters. And the amazing thing about that is even though he lacked for a little bit of power as he got older, he had this amazing ability to work the ball around the golf course. And I learned so much about Augusta National just playing one round competitive round of golf with him. And then obviously when he would visit the booth at Bay Hill when I was doing the broadcast there. So he's the king for a reason. And the greatest line I ever heard was, Arnold Palmer never met a stranger.
Frank, he did have that rare ability to connect with kings and commoners. And there is an old saying that friends should be preferred to kings. He was, as you referenced, known as the king. But I always felt, Frank, that Arnold Palmer was very simply the best friend the game of golf has ever had.
Well said. And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay at level par. We close out the front 9 at Bay Hill with a 474-yard par 4. It's tough to make par from that fairway bunker on the left, so play accordingly. Heading back toward the famous lodge at Bay Hill, this is the 9th hole. Straightforward par 4, and a good one. 2 good shots here, you'll be happy to make the par. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. This is a 9-footer. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. We start the backside at Bay Hill with a par 4, 400-yard dogleg to the right. 2 bunkers through the fairway and 1 on the right. Accuracy off the tee is critical.
That's a really good drive down the left side of the fairway, made even better by the fact that the hole is cut in the back right. Another green light special.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yes, there's 135 yards to the flag. Pin in the back right portion of this green.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
What a roll that was. A long one in for birdie. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich. Right now, don't think about the leader. Just worry about improving your own game.
So that's it for us. For EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, no lock to play the weekend, hovering a few shots inside the cut line, entering play. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And this will work its way just into the rough. So a missed fairway here at 1.
But it is sitting up, so that's not too bad. Shouldn't be much of a problem from there.
And that is into the front left bunker, 1 of 4 ringing this first green. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Almost a great start to the round. That one nearly holed out of the bunker. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. Back to the action here at the second and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course it all slopes to the left.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This is a 16-footer. Boy, that was a good stroke. That definitely threatened the hole, but just did not want to go in. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. He'll drop back to 1 over par. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Our tournament here at Bay Hill still in full swing, obviously. But, Frank, I think all of our golfers competing this weekend may have one eye toward next week, the big purse, the island green, the full field. It is the flagship event on the PGA Tour, the Players, just a couple of hours north of here at TPC Sawgrass.
Rich, when you've got a name that's called The Players, I think that says it all. And that's the one they want to win.
Frank, this is one of my favorite shots on the course here at Bay Hill, the second at number 3.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Nota Begay down on 3 green to look at this putt for birdie.
And a really tricky look here. Tough side hill putt. He's got to push it out to the right and just let it drift its way back to the hole.
Gave that one a little too much credit, and it missed on the high side. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay at 1 over. Rick Smirner with Frank Nobilo back at the 4th hole here at Bay Hill. This is the first par 5 on the golf course, 561 yards. You thinking birdie here, Frank?
Well, you certainly are, perhaps even 3. This is almost ramrod straight, little hazard down the right side. But a good one, you can certainly get home for 2.
Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5. But just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Well, obviously that's not here with this par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green. Smoked that tee shot. Can't believe it finished in the first cut.
So now from that first cut, his second to the par 4.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain at 1 under par. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not struggling, but just mediocre.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. We've got a tie at the very top at 9 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And that is going to miss the fairway as his opening tee shot is in the rough.
It's okay, not ideal, but manageable from there.
Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. We head now to the 231-yard par 3 second here at Bay Hill. This green tilts right to left, so you have to take that into account. Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunker or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Now, we've seen folks hang that putt out to the right. It does not move as much as you'd think, and that goes on by. That one safely in for a bogey. He's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Par 4 third here at Bay Hill. This is a hole where you do not want to miss left. 434 yards and plenty of water.
Don't look left, don't hit it left, don't play left, don't go left. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
159 yards left to the hole. Tough wind for a right-hander coming from left to right.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. just flew through the air beautifully. Set down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll stay right where he is. Up next, the 561-yard uphill par 5 fourth. Creek and OB to the right. Only the biggest hitters can get home in two. Okay, so that's going to make it back onto the fairway, but some important shots coming up if he's going to get away with par.
For such a short chip shot, now a long putt for par.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, this was supposed to be moving day for our featured golfer, but instead, they were moving in the wrong direction. An over par round.
Yeah, actually, you took the words right out of my mouth.